So welcome everyone. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Namaste. So today, I think we're going to jump right into it. So what we're going to start today with is talking about mantra as medicine. So if you recall, a lot of what we've talked about is about the vibration that's actually behind many things, and how the vibration is actually what precedes the manifestation of things. So when we particularly look at the different practices of yoga, this is where mantra becomes very important. Man, as we've talked about, is what refers to as the mind. So manomaya kosha, or mantra, is about the mind. And then tra refers to protection or alignment. And so mantra is aligning your mind, focusing your mind, honing in, okay? And in that way, in that sort of vibrational alignment, this is actually where the mind becomes more protected from sort of negative vibes, so to speak. So what we'll be starting with today is actually working with mantra as a meditation so that you can feel in your own field what it feels like when we all together chant through 108 times. And so you may have worked with different mantras, but oftentimes when we work in a yoga class, sort of as Anna sequences, you often will chant, but maybe like 3 times. And so today I wanted to have all of us have the chance to have chanted something 108 times, which is one of the sacred numbers of Hinduism. Okay. So if you have mala beads, you will use those for this practice. And if you don't have mala beads, that's also okay, because I will be counting. Okay. So we're going to be working with this to start the day, and then we'll actually have a bit more interaction throughout. We will have our Pitta practice, but it will be very short. So we're really only going to be doing a few postures, just to kind of see where I like to work with Pitta in particular. And then we will actually move into an activity for you all to sort of, in a way, clean up your vibrational field, to sort of understand what it is that you're putting out there, and then how you can sort of hone and adjust and protect your mind and create your own mantras. And so it's not always about just going to Sanskrit. Sanskrit is considered a vibrational language, but also how can you, through that feeling state, find your own mantras? And so those are things you can use for your own classes, for your own meditations, when you wake up in the morning, whatever it is to you. And as well, it will help you kind of figure out how to find that feel-good state, which is ideally how we're trying to align so that we can be more connected to the bliss self, and so that that can then radiate outward to the rest of our life. Okay. As well, we'll be working with the dosha clock in particular. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about how the different doshas breathe. And so, because based on how they breathe, this will also determine how you will work with pranayama, how you will work with breathing practice in itself. And then, to sort of close out the day, I have an activity that will allow us to find medicine in the pose. And so we'll be working then in partners to actually find, well, actually we'll all be involved in that, but you'll be assigned a task, and then you will have to find the medicine in the pose, and then we'll actually be creating poses together. Okay? And from there, I thought if we have time, it might be really cool to actually make a practice together. And so because we have yoga teachers in this room, I figured, and as well, you all know what's going on in your bodies more than I do. I was told by Anna that you did a Hanumanasana practice this morning. Really, the peak pose of the Vata practice was Hanumanasana. And so Anna already checked that one off. I don't want us to necessarily have to go back into it. And so rather, I would think, having worked with finding the medicine in the poses, feeling into your own bodies, what is it that you need, and how can we actually create a practice for all of us? Okay, so this is sort of where I want to take us today. All right. So the mantra that we'll be working with to start our Pitta Yoga practice is Om Mani Padme Hum. And so you can go ahead and move everything sort of off your mat, because from this mantra, we will then also move into our asana practice for the day. For the asana practice, I recommend that you have a block, and that may be your only thing you need. If you also have a blanket or something, also lovely, but really you will just need perhaps a block. Okay. So the mantra we're working with is Om Mani Padme Hum. And this is a mantra that is actually very much related to the worship or the devotion to Avalokiteshvara, also known in China as Kuan Yin. So this is one of the utmost spirits of compassion. And so by chanting the mantra, we are said to be coming more into alignment with that feeling of compassion, with that warmth of our heart. Because Om Mani Padme Om refers to the jewel within the lotus that is attached to all of creation. And so what does that mean? It vibrates right into the heart space when we chant this mantra. And so that allows us to tap into that heart wisdom. And this is actually what we can then use for compassion out in the world. So Om Mani Padme Om. So we'll be practicing this chant 108 times. I'll sing it once. You may have heard it if you've practiced with Anna. I'll sing it a few times so you get the rhythm that we'll be working with, and then we'll chant it 108 times. Okay? So it sounds like this. Om Mani Padme Om. Om Mani Padme Om. Om Mani Padme Om. Om Mani Padme Om. Okay. And that's already 4 times. Okay. So I encourage you to sing. Don't be worried about your singing voice, because really where this practice gives its benefit is actually the feeling in your chest, is the vibration that you're putting out into the world. So even if you would like, I invite you to have one hand over your heart as you chant, so you can feel your own breath, your own voice, your own vibrations right into your heart space through this chant. Okay? So sitting up tall, getting comfortable. You can have your eyes opened or closed, however you like, and we'll begin. Take a deep breath. Exhale through your mouth. Now breathe in a way that you can reassure your heart that it is your focus. Breathe in a way where you let your mind know that coming into alignment with your heart is your intention. This practice is about unlocking compassion for yourself. Take a deep inhale. Exhale and let something go. Deep breath in to begin to chant. Om Mani Padme Om. 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 Om Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Bring it right into your heart. Note what has shifted in your own field. What has shifted in your own awareness. And breathe that sensation now into your skull bones, into your spine. Breathe it into your shoulders, your whole arm. Breathe it into the bones of your fingers. Breathe it into the rib cage, filling up the whole chest. Breathe it down into your hips. Breathe it into your left hip socket. Now breathe it into your right hip socket. Breathe this feel-good energy down into your knees. Breathe it into your ankles, into your feet, and even into your toes. From here, having scanned your body, locate one single location in your body where you would like to send more love throughout this practice. And start to breathe in a way that lets that place know that it is your focus for this practice, as you will be breathing love into this space. You may place one or both hands onto this spot and feel how you're running energy through this spot and into this very place. Breathe in a way that gets your love so much bigger than whatever can be holding you back. This spot, I will draw your attention to it throughout our practice. Recall this spot, and then open your eyes. I'll be coming around to share smoke with each of you. So as well, smoke is used in many traditions around the world to as well cleanse our fields. So you can pass the smoke over your field and then pass it down into whatever is your spot for today. And so I'll be bringing this around to each of you. And then keep your deep breathing on as you work with this. However you like to pass it over your feet. Turn your deep breathing on. Stay focused on this spot which you have chosen for today. Feel how your own breath starts to purify the space we share. Fire has the power of transformation, bringing light into shadows, of cleansing, purifying. And from here, rolling onto your back. Doesn't particularly matter. Bend your knees, place the soles of the feet on the floor, and have your block in your hand. So having your block nearby in one hand, take a moment to spread your feet 1 foot forward, and then 1 foot's distance to the sides. Turn your toes out slightly. Bridge on a block. Take a deep breath into your spot, and as you exhale, push through your heels to lift your hips up to the sky. From there, you can place the block either tall ways or any direction you like underneath your sacrum. So finding how to get your block underneath the flat part of your back so that it does not hurt. Continue to push up through your heels, but now you're using the block to take some of this pressure off of your hips.
Take a deep breath right into your heart. Exhale, continue to lift the hips up as they are still resting on the block. Feel how your low back lengthens. Take a deep breath into the sides of your chest. And now take a deep breath into the back of your heart. From here, push through your left heel to anchor down and lift your right foot up in the air. Inhale to bend the knee, and then exhale, straightening the leg. Take a deep inhale into your spot, and exhale, push through the heel of your foot upwards towards the ceiling as you continue to push with your left heel down onto the ground. Deep inhale into your chest. Exhale, spread all of your toes and push the whole of your foot up towards the ceiling, continuing to make contact with your left foot. Deep inhale into the sides of your chest again. Exhale, push through the ball of your foot and spread your toes. Deep inhale into the back of your heart. Exhale, push through the inner edge of your foot, upwards towards the ceiling. Inhale right into your spot. Exhale, push through the outer edge of your right foot. Continue to make contact with left foot on the ground, pushing your hips up. Inhale, bend the right knee. Exhale, place right knee, right foot back down onto the ground. Deep inhale. Lift up left knee. And then exhale, extend your left foot upwards towards the ceiling. If you need to hold the block for more stability, feel free to do so. Deep inhale into the front of your heart. Exhale, push through the heel of your foot upwards towards the sky as your right heel still makes strong contact with the ground. Deep inhale into the sides of your chest. Exhale, push through your toes and the ball of your foot, spread your toes, and push up through your whole leg. Feel how there's space tractioning out of your hips. Deep inhale into the back of your heart. Exhale, push through the center of your foot and the inner edge, upwards towards the ceiling. Continue to push down with your right foot. Deep inhale into your spot, and push through the outer edge of your left foot, upwards towards the ceiling. Take another deep breath. Exhale, left foot returns back down to the ground. Continue to make contact, tilting your pelvis upwards towards the sky, and take a few feeling breaths here. Feeling where you can create more length and distance. How can you lengthen your joints away from one another? Create less stuck energy. Deep breath into your spot. And from here, bend the right knee once again, but place the heel of the right foot on above the left knee. So onto the left thigh. As if you were not quite in a half lotus position, you may move your foot up to half lotus, or you may have the ankle closer to your left knee. From here, bring your right hand onto your right thigh and traction your thigh away from the hip, so towards the knee. So you're really just pulling the tissue, pushing the tissue away from the hip towards the knee. Continue to press down through left heel and breathe right into your right hip now. Feel how you are creating more space in your hips. Deep breathing. From here, you may also use your thumb to feel into the tissue of your right hip and the right hip flexors to feel if there's anywhere that feels a little tender. And if so, feel free to give yourself a bit of a massage here in your right hip as you continue to press through left foot. Pelvis still moving upwards. Take a deep breath into right hip. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. Deep breath into the back of your heart. Exhale, tilt your knee downwards towards the ground a little bit. Deep inhale, and return right foot down to the ground. Take a feeling breath here to see if you notice anything different on your right side versus left side hip. Continue to push through your heels as you allow the block to support your low back. Inhale into your spot. Lift up left leg, cross left ankle over right knee. Tilt left knee down towards the ground. If you would like to come into a half lotus position, you may also do so. From here, left hand onto left thigh, and traction the tissue of the left thigh towards the left knee. Feel how you are unclogging your left hip, how you're creating more space there. Simply moving the tissue from your hip towards your left knee. Deep inhale into left hip. Exhale out through the mouth. If you would like to continue tractioning, you may, or you may also use your thumb to explore the tissue of your hip and your hip flexors. Feel if you find anything a little tender and give it some extra love. Lift up the toes of the right foot off of the ground as you continue to press through the right foot. Tilt left knee a little more towards the ground to feel opening through your glute and more through your hip. Deep breath into your spine. Deep breath into the sides of your chest. And deep breath right into your heart. Inhale into your spot and lift up left leg to replace it down into the ground. Press through the heels to lift your hips up off the block and remove the block. Take 2 breaths to come down, tilt your pelvis upwards towards the sky, and with each exhale, lower your back down and all the way down, slowly. From here, back traction with Uddiyana Bandha, placing both of your hands onto your thighs and press your thighs away. Your shoulders may come up closer towards your ears. You will feel that you are creating more space in your low belly. Take a deep breath into your spot, and through the mouth, exhale all of your air. Uddiyana Bandha, pull your belly muscles in and upwards towards your heart. Continue to press down through your hands, pressing against your thighs. When you feel ready to take a breath, relax the belly and take a deep breath and relax your hands. Take a feeling breath here. See where your energy is being called inside. Take another deep breath into your spot, as big as you can make it. As you exhale, pull belly muscles in and towards the heart. Push thighs away with your hands. Uddiyana Bandha with back traction. Hold the breath out. And when you feel ready to take a breath, relax your belly and draw all of your awareness to your spot as you inhale deeply. Relax your hands down. Take another feeling breath. From here, roll off onto either side of your choosing. Take a moment here. And then leave your neck totally relaxed. Let it come up last. Use your hands to push you up. Your neck still limp and relaxed. And then use one hand to lift your head and neck up. Retraining your neck to move in a more gentle way. From here, we practice seated side bend. Right leg extends out in front of us. Left foot is bent.
Left knee is bent and inwards towards the right leg. From here, right hand comes down onto the mat and tilt your belly button towards your bent knee. Left hand comes around the back and grabs either clothing or onto the clothing of your thigh. You can wrap it all the way around the thigh if you can. Otherwise, grab clothing, and that's perfectly fine. Take a deep breath and extend upwards from your hips. Exhale, tilt your chest over towards your right leg. Extend it. Inhale, revolve your left shoulder open and up towards the sky. Feel how your chest can open, the left side where your heart is can open upwards towards the ceiling, and even feel as you lean back a little. Relax right ear towards the right shoulder. Feel what opens up as you pull your shoulder blade down the back and pull your elbow downward towards the ground. You should feel opening in the left side of your neck. Breathe into wherever you feel layers of opening. Keep the right foot active, so spread the toes of the right foot to keep your awareness not only in your right foot, but also how your left foot presses into your leg. Also how your right hand makes contact with the ground and your left hand makes contact with your clothing. Take a deep breath into your spot. And exhale, see how you can make any micro adjustment to this posture to open it up a little. To see how you can feel a little more comfortable in this posture and feel like you can open whatever you would like to open. Beautiful variations, everybody. Nice micro adjustments. Take a deep breath into your spot. Exhale, push through the heel of your extended foot. Deep breath into left side ribs. Exhale, push through the ball of the front foot. Take one more breath and connect the opening in your left side ribs directly to your spot. If your neck is relaxed, use your right hand now to lift it up and come all the way up. Release left hand and change sides. Extend left leg out towards the front of the mat. Left leg is bent. Right foot is bent and up against the left leg. Place the left hand on the inside of left leg. And from here, extend right arm up into the sky and then behind low back to grab onto clothing or your thigh. Feel how wherever you have grabbed, you can actually revolve your elbow downwards towards the ground and pull your shoulder blade, your right shoulder blade, in towards your spine. Opening your chest up, now the right side towards the sky. Inhale deeply, lifting up, and exhale, lowering your chest down towards the left leg. Keep the left foot active, keep daylight through all of your toes. Feel how you can relax your brain in this posture. How can you have your extremities, your feet, and your hands very active and very conscious while you exhale and relax through your neck? Can you find opening through your right collarbone, your right neck? Perhaps you revolve your chin down a little towards the chest or upwards towards the ceiling to see where you can find a new layer of opening of your own tissues. Take a deep breath into your spot. Exhale, push through the left heel that is extended out in front. Keep your toes spread. Inhale into right side of the chest. Exhale, push through the ball of the left foot. Deep inhale right into your heart now. And exhale, allow your spot to relax. Make any new micro adjustments to this posture, perhaps leaning back or changing it however you feel to make this more yummy for you. Take another deep breath into your spine. See how it can be involved in this posture in some way. From here, left hand comes up to the neck and head to lift the head up. From here, make your way into a downward facing dog position. Once in downward dog, lifting your glutes up towards the sky, exhale, press down through your hands. Inhale into your spot, and exhale, relax your neck completely. Allow your strong feet and your strong hands to hold you up. Deep inhale into your spot, and as you exhale, step left foot forward as if into a warrior two position. Relax your arms down. Extended warrior. Inhale, lift right arm up into the sky, and exhale, right arm towards the leg, preferably not pressing on the knee. So either onto the thigh or onto the calf. Left arm comes up into the sky and over towards the right. Inhale into your left hip. Exhale, bend the left knee a little bit more. Feeling how you contraction as you lift up with your left hand, your hips away. Feel how you're creating more space in the hip. Deep breath into left side of the chest. As you exhale, move your hand forwards or back, or even revolve your hand around in a circle to see which angle of your hand or your arm will actually allow you to incorporate your spot into this pose. Deep breath into your spot. Extended warrior with a variation. And here, left arm comes down onto left thigh. Press down on the tissue to lift left shoulder up. From here, inhale, lift right arm. And exhale, right arm comes behind the back to grab onto tissue, onto your leg, or onto your clothing. Continue to press your thigh away with your left hand. Deep inhale. And exhale, relax your left ear towards left shoulder. Feel how you can relax right shoulder away from your ear. Deep inhale into the right side of your neck. And exhale, let go of something that frustrates you. Deep inhale into your spot and see how it is responding as you continue to feed it with deep breaths. Inhale, and return to downward facing dog. Actually, just kidding. Make our way into pigeon, left side. Left knee is bent, left hip on the ground. For our first variation of pigeon that we'll be taking, keep your chest up. So with the pigeons we'll be working with today, don't be too worried about your alignment, but try and make it really yummy. So feel how with your chest up, you can make this feel really good for your left hip. So closing your eyes even, and really finding how you can micro adjust to see where this can feel really good for you. Take a deep breath into your left hip. And exhale, press down through your back right toes. Keep your fingers and hands very active, pressing into the ground. Relax your head, relax your brain, and give your eyes a break. Take a deep breath into your left hip. And then take a deep breath into your spot. From here, use your breath to massage anywhere that feels like it could use that attention. From here, pressing down into the ground, bringing left foot towards your hips to press into downward facing dog. Pressing through your hands and pressing weight into your feet. Lifting your glutes up towards the sky. Deep breath. And then step into right foot into a warrior two position with arms relaxed down. Feel how you can press through the whole tripod of your right foot. Here, inhale, left arm comes up for extended warrior. Exhale, left arm down to the thigh or the calf, not onto the knee. And inhale, right arm up, over towards the left leg. Press more into your right foot and bend the right knee a little bit more. Feel how your glutes can turn on as you press through your right heel. Deep breath into your spot. And listen to your spot. How can you adjust this posture in some way to make your spot more part of this posture? As well, perhaps your hand moves further towards one edge of your mat or one corner of your mat. And your fingers, pinkies may point up towards the sky, or thumbs may point up towards the sky. How can you make an adjustment to feel something that feels really good for you in this posture? And take a deep breath into your spot. One breath into wherever you're feeling it. And then extended warrior variation. Right hand comes down onto right thigh. Press the thigh away, allowing your right shoulder to come up towards the ear. Inhale, left arm up and behind the low back. Grab onto clothing or thigh. From here, deep inhale. And exhale, relax the right ear towards the right shoulder. Inhale into the left side of your neck. And feel how your left shoulder can pull down your back and away from your ear. Figure out how to make your spot part of this pose and breathe into it. Feel how you can stay active through both of your feet, pressing down to the ground as you give your brain a break. Here, deep inhale to transition down into pigeon on right side. For this variation, you may keep your chest up, or you can figure out also if you would like to come down. Feel into this, and whatever you do, try and stay active through both of your feet. Deep inhale into your spot. Exhale, push through the inner edge of your right foot. Deep inhale into your right hip. Exhale, relax into it. As you find stillness in this pose, can you also find stillness in your mind? As you continue to use your deep breath to wash through your being, to clean up your field. On your next inhale, transition out of the pose and into downward facing dog. Deep inhale here. Step left foot forward into warrior two position once again for extended side angle with variations. For here, this variation, bring left elbow onto left thigh. First variation is to inhale, right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, behind the back, grabbing onto clothing or your leg. You'll feel a bit of a deeper stretch here into your neck. As you inhale, the neck away from your hips. And exhale, left ear towards left shoulder. Continue to push left elbow away so that your chest is not collapsing downward and your shoulder is not asleep. Inhale your ribcage away from the left hip. Exhale, relax another layer in your neck. Use your breath here to let go of a frustration that wasn't even yours in the first place. One more deep breath into your spot. Exhale, straighten the left leg for a triangle variation. Left leg straight, and bring left hand onto shin or onto a block. Right arm stays where it is, or if you would like to move your right arm somewhere else, you may also do so. Inhale, lift your left ribs still away from left hip. And exhale, feel how your sits bones, your tailbone, points back towards your back foot. You may continue to relax left ear towards left shoulder. Lean backwards a little bit, and exhale, press your hips forward. Feel what opens up for you here, and use your breath to wash now through that space. Inhale, and transition down for another pigeon variation. You may choose the variation of pigeon that you like here. One variation will be to pull your sternum towards your foot. And so your hips may not be in perfect alignment here, but you will feel very good, and it's actually totally okay. So that's one variation. Another variation is to bring left elbow to the hook of your left foot, make a fist with left hand, and hold the left fist with right hand to have a twisting pigeon. Choosing the variation you like, twisting towards the right foot either way, towards the left foot. Relax your neck down. Deep breath into the base of your neck. Exhale, send it down through your fingers into the ground. And feel how the ground holds you so softly. Take a deep breath into your left hip. And exhale through your right toes. Feeling how your hands and your toes are contacting the ground, and you truly have to do very little. Feeling how the mind becomes more still as your body becomes more still. Inhale to transition into downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, right foot steps forward into a warrior two position. Arms are relaxed. Side angle pose with neck release variation. Place right elbow onto right forearm. Inhale, left arm up, and left hand behind the back, grabbing onto clothing or right leg. Feel how you can revolve your left shoulder and left armpit back. Take a deep breath and exhale, relax your right ear towards right shoulder. Lift the right shoulder away from the hips and away from your knee. Pressing through your right elbow. Take a deep breath into your spot and exhale, tuck your tailbone, press your hips forward. Deep breath into left hip. Exhale, relax another layer in your face. Allow any narratives to go away in this moment. What can you do in this posture to actually just let yourself enjoy it? Triangle with neck release variation. Extending right leg And bringing right hand either down to the mat, onto the shin, onto thigh, onto a block, as you continue to relax through the neck. If you would like to make any adjustments to left hand positioning, feel free to do so. Take a deep breath and feel how there is a powerful line of energy coming up from your left foot. Exhale, tuck your tailbone a little bit forward as you inhale and move your shoulders further back. Your whole torso coming back, allowing your heart to be more open and more vulnerable. How can you breathe that vulnerability in as a superpower? Exhale, push through the right foot. Inhale to come down to pigeon. Pigeon variations, either sternum to foot or twisting pigeon, taking right elbow into right foot, making a fist with right hand and holding the fist with left hand. However you would like to get into this posture. Wherever you are in this posture, can you find where in your chest feels like it isn't quite opening up as much? Exhale, push through your back left toes. Stay fully alive and fully connected in this pose. Breathe into your back ribs. And exhale, surrender to something. Find where you can feel something delicious in this posture and breathe that into your spot. Deep inhale and pushing back into downward facing dog. Revolved triangle. Inhale, step left foot forward, and even perhaps step right heel into alignment with the left heel. Only have about 3 feet of distance between. You may place right hand onto a block or the mat. And inhale, lift left arm up into the sky. Both legs are straight. If you need to create more distance between your legs, or even step your right foot a few inches to the right to create more space for you, or your left foot a few inches to the left, feel free to do so.
Which foot's in front? I'm so sorry.
Left foot.
Oh.
Inhale, extend up through the left fingertips. Exhale, revolve the fingertips and the whole left shoulder backwards towards your back. Inhale and press through the inside of left foot. Exhale, press through the outside of your left foot. Find which of those feels delicious to you, and then press through that side and inhale into your spot. Make any adjustments here to let whatever is in your spot go a little bit more.
We relax our neck.
You can absolutely relax your neck. Inhale and feel as your hips shift back towards the back foot. Inhale, pressing through both feet. Exhale through the mouth. Arrow lunge. Inhale, come down into a lunge position, right knee down onto the mat. And then step your right toes back a little bit further. Then bring the torso up and exhale, press through your right toes. Arms can be either relaxed, or if you would like another variation, you may also come into eagle arms with left elbow over right elbow. If you come into eagle arms with left elbow over right elbow, inhale, press your elbows away from the chest as you exhale and continue to press through right toes. Inhale, lift your crown up, and exhale, pull your shoulders down. Inhale into what just opened in your shoulders, and exhale, relax your forehead into the cradle of your arms. Inhale, tuck your pelvis forward a little bit, and you feel a delicious opening, not only through your shoulders, but also through your right hip. Breathe into your spot in this pose. Washing through your spot with something that you can find in this pose that feels magnificent to you. It feels like something your body has been waiting for. Inhale, and coming down for another variation of pigeon. Once in pigeon, you have different options here. So you may take any of the options we've already used, or you may also take an inhale and kick your right foot up, and then reach for it with one arm or both arms. So you can have this variation. If you happen to have a strap, you can also use a strap for this variation of pigeon. So you may also choose any other variation we have worked with. And once in pigeon, take a deep inhale into whatever you feel really deliciously opening in this. And exhale, feel how that can pulse all the way through your body. Inhale into left hip. Exhale, feel how you can melt into this pose a little more. Deep breath into your spot. Exhale through the mouth. Make any micro adjustments here to make this really delicious for you. Taking deep breaths still. Inhale, release the leg, and press back into downward facing dog. Revolve triangle. Inhale, step right foot forward, and then align left heel with right heel, about 3 foot away. You may also move your right foot 2 or 3 inches to the right, or your left foot even a few inches to the left. Placing left hand onto floor or a block, inhale and lift right fingertips upwards towards the sky. Exhale, push your hips back a little bit more towards the left foot. Inhale, feel as your right glute lifts upwards towards the sky. Exhale, press through the inside of your right foot. And inhale, press through the outside of your right foot. See how these different sensations of the inside or outside of the foot are actually connected to muscles running all the way up your leg into your hips. Inhale into your spot here. And exhale, adjust to make this comfy and make this a resting posture for you. Feel how you can continue to press down with your left hand as you also press down with both of your feet. Coming now into arrow lunge, option to have eagle arms. Bringing left knee down to the ground and extending left toes further away from your hips back behind you. Inhale, lifting up torso. An option to either keep your arms down to the side and really just feel into your hips, or to come into eagle arms, right elbow over left elbow. Wherever you've chosen to come, inhale, your chest up. Exhale, press down through the left toes. Inhale and feel your waist lengthening and feel your chest lifting up from your hips. Exhale, press your elbows forward and together if you're in eagle. Next exhale, pull your elbows and shoulders downwards. Pulling your shoulder blades down the back as you continue to send the elbows away from you. Take a deep inhale and relax your head and forehead into your arms. Continue to press down through the front foot and your back left toes. Your fingers are active and spread. Your neck and brain are actually here getting to take a break while your strong body holds you up. Deep inhale into your spot. And exhale, feel how your spot is starting to be so thankful that it has been your focus for today. Inhale, transitioning into our last variation of pigeon and one of our last poses of this practice. The last variation to be offered is to inhale and lift the left foot up off the ground, bending left knee, and reach for it with left hand, or also with both hands. Option to also use a strap above in order to grab onto the foot. If you take it with the one hand, try with left hand. Another option that you could particularly take, Alex, if you like, is reach for it with the left hand. Beautiful. Take an inhale, lift your chest up. And then your right hand can either stay where it is, or also, if you like, you can practice coming behind the back. Take a deep breath into the right hip. Exhale, press the outer edge of the right foot down into the ground. Wherever you can find something that feels really good for you here, let yourself have it. Breathe it into your heart. Breathe it into your bones. Breathe it into your spot. Take 3 more breaths just for yourself in this posture. Inhale to release this posture and come into child's pose. You may take your knees wider if you like. Relaxing your forehead down onto the ground and feeling how in this pose you can actually keep your hands spread apart, but keep your arms inactive. Relax your arms down as you still feel your consciousness moving through all of your fingertips. Take a deep breath into your backside ribs. And exhale, tuck your tailbone down. Inhale into your spot. And exhale, listen. For our inversion, we will practice coming into a variation of rabbit. So bringing the knees closer together, and an option is to have a block underneath your head So if you're not using a block, you'll have forehead down onto the ground, and then roll your hips forward to roll onto the top of your head and relax your shoulders. Another option is to have a block under your head, in case that feels more comfortable. Any time. You can also come into it with your forehead down.
You should roll the shoulders because of the block, or does it right?
That looks beautiful. That looks like such a good posture. So, coming into any variation where your head is underneath your heart, really. And if you prefer something else that is also meditative, you may also put flexible. So, finding whichever posture you would like, let it be a meditative posture for you. As you find stillness in this posture, find stillness in your mind. Stillness in the body allows for stillness in your mind. Draw your attention with your breath into your spot. And as if you had this spot, like a little ball inside of you, recognize how this spot that maybe feels hard or still tight actually is so sweet. It can crumble just like sugar. Here you have the option to either remain with legs at the wall or to make your way into Shavasana for the end of this practice. In Shavasana, please have your head towards the center of the room. Starting to breathe deeply. And recognizing how you, through your own inner fire, were able to release and to cultivate a sense of pleasure in your own practice. Take another moment to enjoy the sense of pleasure that you have cultivated. Begin to wiggle toes and fingers. Bending your knees, bringing your feet back down, and then rolling off to your right side. Once on your right side, take a moment to embrace yourself, but in a way that you would embrace a lover. Even allow yourself, give yourself permission to touch your own face as if you were your own lover. In a way that feels loving, compassionate. And slowly pushing yourself up to a seated position. Feeling what it is you have been able to cultivate in your own heart through this practice of compassion, through pleasure. This gift of breathing love into your own shadows. And of drinking the sweetness of everything you are. Bring your palms to meet in front of the heart. And as you bow down, do so in the power, the recognition of your own pleasure as your own magic. Namaste. Thank you.